Magandang lalaki at babae po sa inyo lahat. Ako po si Vic Garcia.
Ako lang po yung kapamilya, Avelyn Garcia, at ito ang
Tulong ko Pasok Global sa TFC, The Filipino Channel.
Nandito na naman kami para bigyan kayo ng tulong, kaalaman para sa buhay na mas matagumpay,
Mas masaya.
at mas makabuluhan.
Kapamilya, gusto mo bang mabawasan ang kalat at gulo ng bahay nyo?
Gusto mo bang guminhawang yung pakiramdam dahil sa maayos na kapaligiran?
At malamang ang sagot nyo ay,
Oo.
matagal nyo nang hinihintay itong tanong na to, kaya lang parang hindi pa rin nasasagot yung sagot na oo kasi hindi nangyayari.
Correct. At ang good news, mamaya, pag-uusapan natin kung ano-ano ang dapat gawin para mabawasan ang gulo at kalat sa bahay.
Actually, itutuloy po natin kasi last
Yes.
week, nagkaroon na po tayo ng part 1 regarding this topic. Mahaba po at napakadaming dapat alamin. Kaya nalagyan po natin ng part 2 sa ating episode na House Clearing Now na Part 2!
Yes, at para sa Bloom on the Battlefield segment ni Amabel De Leon, matutunghayan natin ang mga dapat gawin ng employer or superior para gumanda ang kanilang relasyon sa kanilang mga empleyado. Simulan muna natin ang ating programa ng
Tulong pampagana dahil ang paniniwala po namin, one idea can change your life.
At para ganahan tayo sa buhay, makakasama pa rin natin ang Vice President ng EdSen Solutions at Banura Home Health na si Amabel De Leon. Amabel, para sa usapang relasyon, a boss must take necessary actions to improve the relationship with their employees. What are some ways to achieve this?
Oh, thank you so much, Vic and Evelyn. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me again. So, as a boss, anong kailangan namin gawin para maging effective yung relationship ko sa kanila? Number one, find a way to get to know them. Find a way to connect with them. Like, who are they? Where they are, right? And then some interest. And get to know the family, get to know their spouse. The support is really tremendous, if you do that. Kasi you're giving them importance sa buhay nila. So that's one big thing talaga, get to know who they are. Number two, really goal setting also. Alam mo, expectation is very important. Both parties get to talk. Ano expectation mo, ano expectation nila. Para hindi kayo magkaka-misunderstanding. Find always to pinpoint the best things that they did and the best talents that you see, and then the opportunity that you see them grow even more, and also find ways for them to pinpoint things for them to improve. Another one, I always talk about disciplinary action, even at the very start. Part of the plan of action sa mga kumpanya, kung may problema, may mga issue, may mga grievance, may mga incident, possibly an incident plus a disciplinary action. So normal yon kasi plan of correction yun plan of improvement yon. Another one as a boss is we celebrate the birthdays, we talk about how good they are, how good of an asset they are, yung mga strength nila. So mamagnify mo, and you always, of course, look at the best things and good things about that person. And then find, if you can do one more step, find a way kung ano yung gusto nila. It's not a matter of you buying gifts or doing something, pero if you can find that kung ano talaga yung gusto nila, that makes you a very wonderful boss as well. Kasi, that will really make a big impact to them. Kasi nakilala mo sila. And then another one is, part of that is make them feel as part of the family, part of your community, part of your work, part of the hard work that you do. So, pag yung company nag-grow, yung mga tao hindi magagalit, hindi mainggit, hindi sila mawala ng gana na pagod. Ano na naman yan? Trabaho na naman yan, dagdag trabaho na naman. Pero if they're part of that growth na nabibigyan sila ng incentive, nabibigyan sila ng bonus, nabibigyan sila ng mga extra income dahil gumanda yung kumpanya, everybody would work hard to contribute to the growth of the company. Kasi they will always look at it na it's their company. And then make them feel na pag may mga magandang nangyayari sa kumpanya nyo, make it a point na don't take credit to that. Give that credit to your team na, congratulations, great job, galing mo, gano'n. Pag may problema, may mga issue, all the way to maybe may mga lawsuit or may mga disputes, ikaw na yon, akuin mo na yon as a boss. Let me handle it. Kasi that will also make them feel na I have a rock to lean on, na may nasasandalan ako. So don't blame them as well. Akuin mo rin yon in front of other people, more so other people outside of your team, right? That's how you protect your team. So they will know na your boss, you as a boss, got their back. As a leader, wherever you are, whatever you do, keep blooming in your battlefield.
Maraming salamat, Amabel, sa iyong mga helpful tips para gumanda ang relasyon. Kaya kapamilya, tandaan ang paalala ni Amabel. Number 1.
Know the employees and connect with their families.
Number 2, set goals and expectations.
Number 3, pinpoint things to improve.
Number 4, set disciplinary and corrective actions.
Number 5, celebrate their birthdays.
Number 6, make them part of the family.
Number 7, give them credit for the good work they have done.
Yes, and number 8, protect your team. Sana patuloy kayong ganahan sa buhay sa ating mga pinag-usapan at ito'y hatid sa inyo ng EdSense Solutions. Avail the book of Bloom on the Battlefield and well-researched medical and healthcare essentials when you visit www.edsensesolutions.com.
At para ganahan naman tayo kumain, para medyo mabusog tayo, visit Butterberry Cafe Food Truck every Saturday po yan from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Los Feliz Flea Market, 3939 Tracy Street, Los Angeles, California.
Every Sunday naman po at 9 to 5 p.m. at Melrose Trading Post, 7850 Melrose Avenue, Los Angeles, California. For catering,
Tawagan niyo po itong number nito, 323-610-9005.
or 323-244-9784. Mamaya, sa tulong pampaganda ng buhay, matutunghayan natin ang aking panayam kay Deputy Congen Maria Alni Gambol sa usapang Philippine Consulate. Tunghayan ang mahahalagang impormasyon mula po sa kanya. Mamaya yan sa pagbabalik ng Tulong Ko, Pasa Mo Global.
Huwag bibitiw.
Tulong ko, pasa mo, gaganda ang mundo.
Nagbabalik ang Tulong Ko, Pasa Mo Global. Ako pa rin po inyong kapamilya, Avelyn Garcia. Dadako na tayo sa tulong pampaganda ng buhay. Ang paniniwala namin, you don't become what you want, you become what you do continually. At dahil gusto naming mas gumanda ang buhay, bibigyan namin kayo ng tips para mas gumanda ang buhay. Simulan muna natin ito ng tulong pampaganda ng buhay tips mula kay Wendy Lindo. Wendy!
Para mas gumanda ang buhay, don't make permanent decision on temporary emotions. Feelings are constantly changing. Hindi dahil galit ka, magre-resign ka. Makikipag-iwalay ka, or you will cancel your friends forever. Pause when your emotions are high. Makakaiwas kang gumawa ng isang bagay na pagsisisihan mo. Life is short to hurt you and others. Remember, life is beautiful, so live your life beautifully. Catch me on the Wendy Lindo Show on YouTube channel.
Thank you so much, Wendy. Until next time para sa iba pang tips para mas gumanda ang buhay. Kapamilya, last week, natunghayan natin ang part 4 ng aking panayam with Congen Ed Badajos, di ba? So today, we are privileged to hear the answers to different Philippine Consulate concerns mula naman kay Deputy Congen Maria Alni Gambol. Panoorin natin to. Nagbabalik po ang Tulong Ko, Pasa Mo Global on TFC The Filipino Channel. Nandito na naman po kami sa tulong pampaganda ng buhay. At syempre, we're so privileged because nandito kami sa Philippine Consulate General Office. Makakasama po natin ang Deputy Consul General na si Maria Alni Gambol. Magandang babae sa inyo.
At kayo rin.
Oy, marunong na.
Yes.
Madam, maraming question ng ating mga kababayan patungkol sa Philippine passport, halimbawa mag-apply sila ng dual citizenship and they want to use yung kanilang bagong pangalan dahil nag-divorce na sila, no? So meron na silang bagong surname. Can they go to your office and have that processed here?
Okay, so we're talking about yung mga Filipino women who were previously married,
Yes.
most likely in the Philippines.
Yes.
And then when they come here, they divorce their previous husband
in the Philippines.
in the Philippines.
At
and
nag-asawa
then
ng
nag-asawa po
bago dito.
And then they became naturalized
Citizen.
US citizens.
Yes.
Ayan, and then in their US documents, I presume na they are using the surname of the current husband. And now, nag-dual citizenship na sila. They also now want to
Use the same,
new
yes.
surname, the new married surname in their Philippine passport. Pwede naman yon. But the thing is, because we do not have a divorce law in the Philippines, any Filipino who undergoes divorce in a foreign jurisdiction has to have this divorce recognized in the Philippines by the Philippine courts. Because remember, Philippine law applies to Filipinos wherever they are. Hindi lang po dahil kailangan nasa Pilipinas sila. Wherever they may be in the world, Philippine law follows them. So, under Philippine law, a marriage can only be voided or annulled by our courts.
Oo.
So, ang foreign divorce po is done by a foreign court. So, in order for our courts to recognize the decree issued by a foreign court, it has to be lodged through the Philippine courts first.
Recognized dapat doon.
Yes. So, ang mangyayari niyan, once inaccept ng ating Philippine court yung divorce, they will issue an order, especially po yung, kasi kung married kayo in the Philippines, meron kayong marriage certificate,
Yes.
diba? So, yung ating pong Philippine court will issue an order to the local civil registrar where your first marriage is registered, so that an annotation will be placed on the certificate where it will state that the foreign divorce has been recognized by so-and-so court.
And
Lalagyan
annulled
po-
na yung
Ibig
isa.
sabihin, even in the Philippines, the marriage ties are already dissolved because inaccept po ng Philippine court. So, that's the only time po that a Filipino who is now married again can, can use the surname of the husband. But the thing is, dahil po yung recognition happened after the marriage,
Yes.
that means hindi po kayo married under Philippine law.
Exactly.
So,
Oo.
you may need to go through another marriage ceremony before we can accept your new surname in your new Philippine passport. For women only, for men, wala pong problema.
Papakasal ulit?
Something like that. Kasi yung date po ng marriage and the date of the recognition and yung nakalagay sa annotation will be different. So, it has to happen, a marriage has to happen after the recognition of the foreign divorce.
Gaano kabilis yan pinaprocess? Kasi alam mo naman, ang mga Pilipino, lalo na pag lumapit sa opisina ninyo, gusto lahat instant, di ba?
The thing is, we have no control over the
process
judicial
doon.
process
Oo.
because that is a process that has to go through our courts. The only thing is that once na meron na po kayo ng documents, so the
Meron ng recognition.
the recognition from the Philippine court, the annotated marriage certificate, and then yung marriage certificate nyo showing that you get married after
Yes.
the recognition, then that's the only time po na mapapalitan ang inyong pangalan in the passport.
Oo.
Yes.
Gaano katagal yun, ma'am?
Ang turnaround time, basta kumpleto na po ang
Kompleto.
documents nyo.
Granting kompleto lahat.
Here in LA, dahil po, basta nasa ibang bansa po kayo, we have to wait for your passport to be printed in the Philippines. So, usually mga 8 weeks po ang inaabot niyan to get a
8
new passport. Yeah.
weeks. Yung new passport, so parang yung Philippine passport niya.
This is the Philippine
It's about
passport we're
8
talking about. Because you are talking to the Philippine consulate, of course.
Correct.
Yes.
Wow.
So, I think, since nandun na nga tayo sa pagpalit ng pangalan, no, even in the dual citizenship certificates, for example, yung pong mga, unfortunately, it only happens to Filipino women. Kasi nga,
Oo nga, tayo lang nagpapalit
women
eh.
may adopt the surname. Hindi po ito, kumbaga, it's up to the women to
Hindi siya
decide,
automatic.
hindi siya automatic to decide whether to adopt the surname of the
Husband.
So for those who do and who have done in a previous Philippine passport and any document po na ipepresent nyo during the dual citizenship application, kailangan po naming reflect yon sa inyong dual citizenship certificate. So, doon po
Certificate.
lumalabas yung mga also known as, yung mga AKA.
AKA.
So, we will put like your birth name, and then your first married name, kung nagamit nyo po at nag-appear sa any documents ninyo, like your Philippine passport, your U.S. naturalization certificate, your marriage certificate, in a, the current marriage na nakalagay doon, yung previous married name mo, then we also need to get to see your divorce decree, your marriage certificate for that marriage. Yan, yun po yung issue. So that is something that I think really surprises a lot of the dual citizenship petitioners na babae. So I hope that through this, they are informed na bago po kayo pumunta sa amin, i-ready nyo na po lahat ito. So aside from yung na-mention nga ni Conjen, the birth certificate should be issued in security paper by the Philippine Statistics Authority
PSA.
or the yung kanilang previous
NSO.
name po, the National Statistics Office. Siyempre po, yung original US naturalization certificate. Pag wala po kayo ng original, for as long as may photocopy kayo, you will only need to execute an affidavit stating why you are not able to present. Kung wala rin po kayong copy, you can get meron pong, what you call this website, yung immigration department ng US, you can make an FOI request, and they can give you like a certification that you, when and where you got your US naturalization, US citizenship. So yun po, plus of course, yun nga po, kung kayo ay married, the marriage certificate, kung nag-divorce
Yes.
kayo at nagamit niyo yung pangalan nyo, the divorce decrees, and so on and so forth. Yung mga passports niyo po, we also need to verify your identity. So you need to either present your latest US passport. Importante po yan pag wala kayo ng kopya ng inyong US naturalization certificate. Any Philippine passports that you had, especially the most recent one na na-issue before you became a US citizen. Yes.
Oh. Minsan lang, ayaw lang ng mga tao na dumaan sa proseso di ba? Pero
Yes.
all they need to do is to follow the instructions. Then
Yes, you
your
just
office can
just put
actually
together po the documents.
process.
Basta kompleto naman po ang documents. Sabi nga po ni Conjen, we are the only consulate, we are the only foreign service post that does 2 oath-takings in one day for our community in terms of yung dual citizenship petitions. So 3 to 4 hours, I don't think that's long.
Exactly.
Diba? If after that, Pilipino kayo ulit, aside from being US citizens.
Ma'am, sa tenure mo, gano'n na karaming nagpa-dual citizen?
Ay, marami po. We are among, we get the most number of dual citizenship petitions because we have the biggest
Population.
number of Filipinos within our jurisdiction. And aside from that, even those who are coming from other states, out-of-state applicants, meron din po kami.
pumupunta.
Yes.
So, two oath-takings a day. Madami
Yes,
yan.
one in the morning before or just around lunchtime, and then at around 4 p.m. again in the afternoon.
Ma'am, gusto mo bang mag-share ng anything sa ating audience na mga difficulties na na-encounter nila? How will they be able to alleviate yung mga difficulties na ang haba naman ng pila, ganito. So, yung mga, what are the tips or what are the things that you would like to tell our viewers as we end?
Okay. Right now, our appointments are free, and there are a lot of appointments available. If you are having difficulty accessing our website, you can get in touch with us by telephone or by email. Please help us flash our contact us directory. So you do not need to get frustrated. There's always somebody on the other end willing to help you. Ang advice ko lang po, make sure that you have all your documentations before you come here, and wag po kayong makikinig sa sinasabi po ng ibang tao. Only listen or ask from the Philippine Consulate because we are the authority who knows all of the information that you require when it comes to consular services.
Okay. Is there any memorable accomplishment or legacy of under the tenure of Consul General Badajoz that you can never forget?
Okay. So I took over as Deputy Consul General, or DCG as they refer to me, this April. But before that, I was in charge of cultural diplomacy and community relations. And I really saw how the Congen goes out of his way to attend each and every invitation that he receives for as long as there are no conflicts. So sabi nga namin, sir, ano ba yung iniinom nyo? Wala kayong kapagod-pagod. Kasi, I mean, not just the weekdays,
Grabe
the
yung heart
weekends,
niya, no?
the weekends.
Oo.
Sometimes he goes to 2 or 3 on one weekend. So sabi nga namin, sir, magpahinga din naman kayo kasi, you know, health is also, resting is also important in our line of work. Kailangan din, we are also properly rested to be able to accomplish and to be able for us to, you know, meet all of our goals and objectives for the post. And of course, yung si Conjan kasi is really very keen when it comes to making our services more accessible. So last year, we were able to do 12 consular outreach missions. Unfortunately, this year mas bumaba because also of budgetary constraints. But next year, we hope to be able to replicate what we did in 2022 with about as many. And as per the guidance of Congen, he wants us to go, you know, not just within the usual places that we go to for the outreach, which is, of course, San Diego, Las Vegas, Phoenix in Arizona, Bakersfield, Palm Springs. He also wants us to go through yun pong mga border areas natin with the jurisdiction of our other consulates to make sure na we are also able to capture the requirements, the needs, address the needs of our kababayans who are also in these areas na hindi naman kumbaga madaling makapunta sa amin dito sa Los Angeles or even in the usual consular outreach mission areas that we go to.
Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat din po.
Maraming salamat din sa clarification patungkol dun sa dual citizenship, dun sa mga women na nagkakaproblema sa kanilang passport. So, if there's any other questions na meron, sana ma-invite ka namin ulit so that our televiewers will also be educated, no, about the services that you offer. Maraming salamat again. It is
Salamat
a
din.
pleasure
Salamat din.
to have you in our show.
Maraming salamat, Deputy Congen Maria Alni Gamboa, sa uulitin para sa mga ibang concerns pa ng ating mga kababayan sa Amerika. Sa aming pagbabalik, itutuloy natin ating kwentuhan. Magbabalik pa ang Tulong Ko Pasamo Global. Huwag bibitiw!
Tulong ko, asa mo, gaganda ang mundo.
Nagbabalik ang Tulong Ko Pasamo Global. Vic Garcia bumalik.
At Abiling Garcia,
Dadako na tayo sa ating tulong dagdag kaalaman. Ito pong ating weekly mental exercise.
kung saan hanap tayo ng paraan para mas madagdagan ang ating kaalaman.
Kapamilya, gusto bang pagandahin at ayusin ang iyong bahay? Malamang oo naman ang sagot mo.
Ilang beses mo na bang binalak mag-ayos at magtapon ng mga hindi na kailangan sa bahay at sa buhay, pero wala pa rin nangyayari?
Yeah, matalas yun. Yung iba, kapag tinitingnan mo yung kanilang mga cabinet, maraming bagay na.
Expired na at hindi na pwedeng pakinabangan, pero nandun pa rin.
Yan, malamang medyo nakaka-relate kayo sa pinag-usapan natin. Good news! Itutuloy po natin ang ating usapan sa ano-ano ang dapat gawin para mabawasan ang gulo at kalat sa bahay. Dagdag na natin at sa buhay.
Yes, sa ating episode na
House Clearing Now na Part 2. Sa mga hindi kayo na po nakapanood, diniscuss na po namin yung ilang steps na dapat nyo gawin para magkaroon kayo ng house clearing last week. Kung di po napanood yan, puntahan niyo po ang aming YouTube channel, Vic and Evelyn Garcia, para malaman niyo po yung step-by-step guide. Pero huwag kayong mag-alala. Magkakaroon tayo ng mini review para mabalikan natin, pinag-usapan natin last week.
Okay, review ha, ano-ano dapat gawin para mabawasan ang gulo at kalat sa buhay. Number 1, ask yourself, are you ready to do house clearing?
So yung una pong tanong, game ka na ba? Kung handa ka na, matagal mo nang hinihintay ito, go to step number 2. Kung hindi pa, ask yourself, why? Bakit? May dahilan ka ba?
Yes. And last week, in-encourage namin kayo to do house clearing at nagbigay kami ng mga benepisyo ng house clearing. So, isa-isahin lang natin ito. No? Number 1,
You will feel accomplished.
Yes.
Feeling mo, ay, sa wakas, nagawa ko na yung dapat ko gawin. Yan.
Number 2, you will improve your moods.
Ay, sigurado every time gigising ka, ang ganda ng mood mo. Bakit? Ang linis, wala nang kalat, maayos ang inyong bahay.
Number 3, you will improve your breathing.
Ay, syempre, fresh air naman, bibreathe nyo kaysa
Naalala
alikabok. Yan.
Number 4, you will have a good night's sleep.
Ay, makakatulog ka na maayos kasi maayos na nga, hindi na magulo po, ang sarap matulog. Ay, nako, may kilala nga ako, hindi makatulog mabuti dahil hindi niya makita yung kama niya.
Number 5, you will increase productivity.
Totoo po yan. Pag ginawa niyo po itong mga bagay nito, marami kang matatapos sa maiksing panahon dahil madali mo makita yung dapat mo makita, madali mo magawa yung dapat mo gawin.
Number 6, you will reduce accidents.
Totoo po, pag magulo po ang bahay, may napapatid, may nagdadapa, may nahuhulugan, nababaksakan, so maglilista po tayo.
Yes. Number 7, you will be appreciated by
I
others.
promise! Sabi nung asawa mo, Ani, galing talaga. Ganda ng bahay natin. Pati anak mo, kapitbahay, kaibigan, kamag-anak na pupunta sa bahay niyo ay naka-appreciate ka.
Na i-inspire pa.
Mhm.
Number 8, you will be able to train your loved ones to be clean and disciplined.
Pag ginawa mo ito, hindi lang sarili mo natutulungan, natuturuan mo pa ang mga mahal mo sa buhay to be organized too.
Yes. At number 9, you will be able to reduce expenses.
Bakit? Kasi po, may mga bagay ka sa bahay mo ngayon na binibili mo pa na kung bubuksan mo lang yung mga cabinet nyo, ay meron pala ako nito, meron pala. So hindi ka nagagastos. At ito pa ho, kung minsan may mga bagay ka na pwede mo ibenta pagkakitaan. Kung
Oo.
mababawasan ng gastos mo dahil may napagbenta.
At ang pinakamaganda, number 10, you will be able to help other people in need.
Yan. Ibig sabihin, kung ayaw mo ng ibenta, pwede mong pamigay. Ang dami pong pwede pong makinabang sa meron ka na nakatambak lang sa inyong garahe.
Sabi nga, a man's trash
Can be another man's treasure.
So we hope after hearing all the benefits of house clearing, you are now ready and excited to do it.
So, step number 2, ginawa po natin last week to. Choose a place you want to start. Ang suggestion po namin, start small. Yung maliit na lugar, pwedeng laundry, pwedeng kitchen. Start there muna. Huwag muna yung malaki. Huwag muna garahe. Ma-overwhelm po kayo pag garahe sinimulan nyo.
Step number 3, choose a date or dates to do house clearing. Makipag-appointment ka sa mga gamit mo.
Oo, hindi. Magamit mo, kung kasama asawa mo, nanay mo, tatay mo, kapatid, kasi kailangan pong nandun sila pag ginawa mo ito.
Oo. Tapos,
Tatlo na po yung natapos natin last week.
week.
Ngayon po, we'll start with step number 4.
okay, number 4, before the scheduled house clearing, prepare 5 big boxes or plastic bags or location.
Yan. So, bili lang po kayo ng bag o boxes kasi depende kung ano gusto nyo gamitin. O location, medyo malalaki po yung dapat yung isegregate, location lang po yun. So, bili po kayo ng malalaking plastic garbage bag, will be okay. O mga balikbayan boxes,
Yes,
pwede po
kung
yan.
meron kayo niyan.
Bili lang po ng 5, 5 or more. Ayun. Number
Step
5.
number 5, pagkabili mo o baka naman
Nandun na.
meron ka dyan sa likod ng bahay mo, i-label mo na, label each box or plastic
Ano yung mga dapat?
to keep,
Yung itira mo sa
Tatago mo.
tatago mo.
to give,
Pamigay,
to sell,
bebenta,
to trash,
tatapon,
to think.
pag-iisipan. So, gagawin nyo lang po 5 yun. Okay? Now, next step na tayo.
Yan. So pagkatapos, number 6, take each item in the chosen location.
So, example, nandun ka sa kitchen. Bawat item, tingnan mo. Pagkatapos mong gagawin, one by one na item na hawak mo, ilalagay mo sa appropriate box
Oo.
or bag.
Or plastic. Oh,
Plastic
yes.
kasama
Oo.
nalagay. Ano ba yung appropriate? For example, to keep. Again, to give. Okay. To throw. Okay.
Yes.
To sell. To think. Sir, ano yung to think? May mga pagkakataon na paghawak mo, saan ba to? Hindi ako sigurado. Para hindi ka mag-bag down, lagay mo muna sa think, to think.
So think, oo.
Para at least yung mga madali, mahiwalay mo
Matatapos
na. Yung po
oo.
ibig sabihin.
Pero sir, may mga malalaking items,
Mm-mm.
di ba? Na kama, di ba?
Tama, refrigerator, sala set. So ito po yung sinasabi natin, bag, boxes, o location.
Location.
Ibig sabihin, sa garahe mo, o sa kwarto mo, maglagay ka lang. Ito, location to ng to keep. Kasi
Oo.
hindi kaya ng box o hindi kaya ng bag.
Oo. So, ilagay mo sa location. Kasi ito pa ang tip ha, don't spend a lot of time in deciding per item. Ang suggestion namin, use the 60-second decision rule. Give yourself na maximum of 60 seconds to decide per item. So, if you can't decide in 5 seconds, di ba? Better to think na.
Ibig sabihin,
Oo.
ito po yung ating 60 second rule. 60
60
seconds
seconds
ang
rather, oo.
maximum. Pero kung kaya mo desisyonan in 5 seconds,
Oo.
desisyonan mo
better.
na. Pero pag dumating ka na sa 60 seconds at
Matagal na
hindi mo
yun.
pa nadidesisyonan, lagay mo na to think. Ibig sabihin, I will think about it later. Okay? So, ganun po, para at least hindi ka ma-bag down sa isang item. Kung minsan, doon po tayo nag-fail.
Oo, wag mo i-allow yung now clearing mo, yung house clearing mo, to be bogged down by one item. Diba? Kaya
To think mo ilagay.
oo, better to put it to think area than to waste your time deciding.
Okay? Kasi po, ganun po yung step by step. Pag ginawa niyo yun, promise po, bibilis, dadali ang house clearing niyo.
Pero itutuloy natin yung ating kwentuhan mamaya, no? Marami pa tayong pag-uusapan, pero bago tayo mag-break, magbibigay daan muna tayo sa usapang real estate mula kay Rodrigo Suerte Felipe. Rod!
Hi Vic and Evelyn, thank you for inviting me again. Para sa Usapang Real Estate, pag-uusapan natin ang topic na ano ang pagkakaiba ng renting and buying a home. Number 1, financial considerations. Renting, you will pay a security deposit at monthly payments. Mababa ang upfront cost mo, pero wala kang nabibuild na equity. Buying, syempre, meron kang down payment, closing costs, and monthly mortgage. Mas malaki ang upfront cost mo, pero it allows you to build equity and may property appreciations. Number 2, flexibility. Renting, mas flexible, pwede kang lumipat pagka natapos na ang lease contract mo. Buying, you have a long-term commitment and can build stability and freedom to personalize your living space. Number 3, maintenance and repairs. When you're renting, you have less responsibility for maintenance and of course, repairs. Kadalasan, sagot ito ng landlords mo. When you're buying, homeowners usually, they are responsible for the maintenance and repairs of their property, which can also increase the value of your property or your home. Number 3, investment potential. When you're renting, wala kang mabibuild na equity in potential returns. Of course, money paid for rent is money that you will never see again. Buying is an investment. Malaki ang potential to appreciate the value. It can build equity and potentially gain and return on your investment. Number 4, lifestyle and personal preferences. When you're renting, hindi ka nakatali sa isang lokasyon. Buying, establish roots in a community and potential long-term financial stability. Ang tanong, alin ang mas maganda? Buying or renting? Ito po, depende ito sa priority mo, sa needs mo at kakayanan mo. Nandito po ako para tulungan kayo kung ano ang makakabuti para sa inyo. Call me po at 310-689-9781 or email me at mydreamhouse777@gmail.com. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Rod! Para sa free consultation patungkol sa real estate, tumawag lang kay Rod sa numerong
310-689-9781.
or 747-214-7474.
Sa aming pagbabalik, itutuloy po natin ang ating kwentuhan.
Magbabalik pa ang tulong ko pa sa mga global. Wag bibitiw!
Tulong ko, asa mo, gaganda ang mundo.
Nagbabalik ang tulong ko, Pasa Mo Global. Vic Garcia po muli.
At Abilene Garcia, patuloy tayo sa ating tulong dagdag kaalaman.
Sa ating topic na, ano-ano ang dapat gawin para mabawasan at gulo at kalat sa ating bahay.
Review lang tayo. Step number 1, ask yourself, are you ready to do house clearing?
Kung ready na kayo, step number 2.
Choose a place you want to clear. So, mas maliit, mas maganda.
Number 3, choose a date or dates you want to do your house clearing.
Yes, at number 4, nandito tayo, before the scheduled house clearing, prepare 5 boxes or plastic bags or location.
Or more, kasi baka
Yes.
pwede kayong bumili tig sa 10 o 15 kung marami, malaki masyado yung lugar nyo. Number 5,
Label each box or plastic with to keep, to give, to sell, to trash, and to think.
Number 6, take each item in the chosen location.
Dali
One
mo
by
na.
one. Tapos
Oo.
i-segregate nyo na bawat isa ilalagay mo sa to keep, to throw, to go. So, ganun po ang gagawin nyo. Isa-segregate nila.
Number 7, after you finished all items,
In that one location.
yes, go back to your to think box or bag.
Ayan. So, kanina, sabi mo, hindi pa ako sigurado, babalikan mo yung to think.
Yes.
Kasi dapat, hindi pwedeng to think, kasi hindi pwedeng, matatambak na naman sa lugar nyo yan. To think, this time, isa-segregate nyo ulit siya dun sa mga dapat nyong gawin.
And repeat step number 4.
Okay, ang step number
Diba?
4, isa-isa, is
Oo.
i-decide mo to keep,
To keep,
to give,
to
to
sell,
throw, to sell.
to
Isa-isa.
trash.
Mm.
Oo. Yan. So, take each item in the chosen location. So, isa-isa, pag-iisipan mo na, kailangan mo, desisyonan mo na kaagad yun, diba?
This
Oo.
time, give yourself a maximum of 5 minutes to decide. But sa 5 minutes,
Oo.
kasi nga po, hindi mo pag-desisyonan talaga. But ito this time, ano man ang mangyari, di-desisyonan mo na to. Hindi na to, wala ka nang to think dito. Yung unang 4 na ang gagawin mo.
Kasi nung una, 60 seconds yung
Mm.
binigay mo. Pero ngayon,
Dahil
dahil
parang-
thorough ka na,
Mm-mm.
5 minutes na. And to help you decide, try asking some of these house clearing questions.
So meron po kaming mga tanong na tatanong mo sa sarili mo para madesisyonan mo kung anong gagawin mo sa itong hindi mo talaga madesisyonan bagay. May ilang question na pwede nyo gamitin. Memorya nyo po, tandaan nyo po to, gamitin nyo habang kayo po ay nagsesegregate. Ano-ano yan?
Number 1, pagtingin mo ng gamit, do you intend to use it in the next 12 months?
Yes or no?
If yes,
Yes.
you might still keep it.
Ilagay mo sa keep.
Oo.
Yan.
If no, you might need to give or throw it away.
O, to sell. So, big sabihin,
To
ikaw mo
sell.
na. Hindi. Pero okay pa naman, pakinabak. To sell. To give. Ibig sabihin, you need to classify it. Hindi na pwede ibalik sa to think. Nagkakaintindihan tayo?
Oo.
Yun po, critical dito sa step na to.
Pero if you can't decide,
May mga
Oo.
pagkakataon, sir, parang magagamit
parang ang
ko pa.
tagal, di ba?
Next question.
Punta ka sa next question. Kasi, dapat masagot mo eh. Number 2, did you use this item in the last 12 months? Nagamit mo ba?
If yes, lagay mo to keep.
Oo, kasi malamang magagamit
If
mo.
no, you might need to give it away, throw it away,
Or sell.
Kasi hindi mo
Yes.
nagamit, baka desisyonan mo na.
Okay, kung hindi pa rin, punta ka na sa question number 3. Will it be of better use to you than to others?
Sabihin mo, mas maganda kaya pamigay ko na lang o gamitin ko?
Oo.
Mas magagamit ba ito ng iba o ako? So, decision mo. If yes, better use of others, pamigay mo na.
Correct.
If magagamit mo, huwag mo muna ibigay. To keep yun. Yan.
Oo.
Pero may mga pagkakataon, wala pa rin, hindi pa rin mapagdesisyon.
Di punta ka na naman sa question number 4.
Kaya 5 minutes to kasi may mga tanong kang dadaanan
Oo. Does it give you happiness when you hold it?
Yeah. Paghawak
May
mo.
kaligayahan ba pag hinahawakan mo?
Pag meron,
Oo.
keep it. Pag wala, keep it. Or throw it away kung basura na lang.
Or sell it, di ba? So, if you can decide,
Meron pa rin ganon.
punta ka na naman sa susunod na question.
Ito na, matindi.
Eto, do you think God wants you to keep it? Gusto ba ng Diyos na manatili yan
Sama na
sa'yo?
natin si Lord. Pag tingin mo, pinasabi, anak, i-keep mo yan. Anak, pamigay mo na yan, benta mo na yan. So, nadidesisyonan mo yung mga dapat yung desisyonan. Pag ginawa mo ito, talagang makiklear. Take note, ang purpose natin is clearing. Makiklear yung lugar na to sa mga bagay na hindi na dapat nandun. Yung po, kaya balikan nyo po yung 5 tanong na yan. These 5 questions will help you clear. Kasi dapat sa step na to, wala nang to think.
Yes,
Wala na.
oo.
So talaga, ipamimigay mo na yan o i-keep mo na yan, didesisyonan mo na yan.
Kaya pala 5 minutes, ano?
Kasi
may 5 minutes
may
tayo.
5 questions eh. May mga...
Oo. So, mabilisan lang. Do you intend to use it in the next 12 months? Gagamitin mo pa ba yan? O hindi? Number 2, did you
Did you
use
use it?
this item in the last 12 months?
Baka hindi
Kumbaga,
naman. Pamigay
history
mo na.
will tell you, tinambak mo lang, naalikabukan lang.
Pamigay mo na yan.
Number 3, will it be of better use to you than to
Mas
others?
magagamit ba ng iba kaysa sa'yo? Pamigay mo na.
Number 4, does it give you happiness when you hold it?
Kung wala na, pamigay mo na.
Number 5, kanina, do you think God wants you to keep it?
Kung yes, keep it. If not, give it.
Yeah.
Napakasimple pa. Pag ginawa niyo po itong promise po, talaga pong magkakaroon ng clearing sa inyong bahay at talaga pong magkakaroon po kayo ng kaligayahan sa inyong buhay.
Marami pa tayong pag-uusapan na tunay na makakapagpaganda ng inyong buhay at ng inyong bahay kasi gusto nating makahinga kayo sa inyong bahay, 'di ba? Pero bago 'yan, gusto ko lamang sanang mag-shoutout ulit kay Tito Jimo, Tita Terry Moreno, sa aking Mami Lina Heronca, who's always watching Tulong Ko Pasamo Global.
Sa aming pagbabalik, itutuloy po natin ang ating kwentuhan.
Magbabalik pa ang Tulong Ko Pasamo Global.
Huwag bibitiw.
Tulong ko pasa mo, gaganda ang mundo.
Nagbabalik ang tulong ko para sa Global. Vic Garcia pamalik.
At Abiling Garcia.
Patuloy tayo sa ating tulong dagdag kaalaman sa ating topic na ano-ano ang dapat gawin para mabawasan ang gulo at kalat ng ating bahay at buhay.
Yes, okay. So, bakit ba tayo nagre-review? Kasi gusto natin ipukpok ng husto yung ating
Para
napag-aralan.
paulit-ulit
diba?
po, madidinig nyo, malamang magagawa niya.
Yes. Una, ask yourself, are you ready to do house clearing?
Number 2, choose a place where you want to start clearing.
Yes. Number 3, choose a date or dates you want to do the house clearing.
Number 4, before the scheduled date, prepare 5 boxes of 5 bags na pwede nyo lagyan ng mga gamit na segregate nyo.
Yes, or location. Step number 5, label each box with
To
plastic.
keep, to give, to sell, to trash,
Yes.
to think.
Correct. Number 6, take each item in a chosen location.
Yan,
Dalhin mo
isa-segregate nyo na.
Yes. And after you finish, ito yung 7, after you finish all items, go back to your to think bag.
Yung to think bag mo na
Oo.
tinabi mo, isa-segregate mo ulit.
Yes. Number
Number
8, ito na. Decide on the next location to clear. And then repeat the process.
Yan. Pag natapos yun na po yung kitchen nyo, isang area nyo, ano yung susunod? Tapos kung ano po yung
Yes.
ginawa nyo dun sa unang location na ginawa nyo, yun ang gagawin nyo. Pag ginawa nyo po yan, mapapansin mo, after few days, clear na yung buong bahay nyo.
Oo nga.
Yun po ang gusto naming mangyari dahil pangarap po namin guminhawa ang buhay at ang bahay nyo.
Oo, maganda mag-start talaga ng maliit,
Mm.
ano? And by this time, malamang meron ka ng madadamang saya o fulfillment dahil natapos mo na yung isang location eh.
Mhm.
Pagbukas mo ng cupboard mo, iba na hitsura. O pagbukas
Ng
mo
pantry
ng
mo, yan,
Oo,
ang
iba
linis,
na,
ang ganda,
diba?
organized na. Yan.
Correct. Wala nang expired. And by this time, also, marami ka nang natutunan, no? Sa house clearing mo na magagamit mo pa sa mga susunod na location.
Ibig sabihin by this time, your experience.
Oo.
Mayroon ka nang nadaroon, ay ganito pala to. Marami ka na pong natutunan. Step number 9.
Yes. Number 9, repeat the house clearing process until everything is done.
Yan. So, ibig sabihin, pagkatapos mong mamili na isang lugar, hindi ka titigil doon. Ulitin mo hanggang matapos ang buong bahay. Pati garahe. Isama nyo na storage kung may storage kayo. At pagkatapos ng bahay nyo, tingin nyo, nanay mo, tulungan mo mag-house clearing sa bahay niya. O kaya, encourage mo yung kapatid mo, ate, kuya, gusto mo tulungan kitang mag-house clearing ng bahay niya. So, ibig sabihin, dahil marunong ka ng dami mo na natutunan, tulungan nyo na may ibang tao para guminhawa rin ang buhay nila. Kung
Yun.
kung meron kayong problema, i-message nyo po kami, baka
Correct.
matulungan po namin kayo.
Pwede po kayo mag-email sa unleashrightnow@gmail.com.
Kapag mag-private message
Or
sila dun
pwede
sa
kayong
Vic and
mag-message
Evelyn
sa
Garcia.
Vic and Evelyn Garcia YouTube channel. Kasi napakaganda po ng mararamdaman mo kapag naka-clear ka ng bahay. Di ba? Magiging maginhawa. So, tama yung sinabi ni Sir Vic, huwag titigil hanggat hindi mo natatapos yung buong bahay. Alam mo, meron ako nakausap, nagre-rent siya ng storage.
Hmm.
Ngayon, hindi na. Na-clear na, so sinorender niya na.
Yes.
Susi, di ba?
Pero, pwede pong magpahinga at schedule sa ibang bahay, ay ibang lugar at ibang panahon. Kasi may mga pagkakataon, pagkatapos ito naman, hindi po kailangan. Dapat sunod-sunod. May mga pagkakataon, napagod ka. Oh, after 3 days, after 1 week ulit.
Kasi baka
every other
mamaya
week.
dahil napagod ka, sumurrender
Oo,
ka na.
so hindi po kailangan
Oo.
araw-araw to ha. Pwede pong i-schedule sa ibang araw.
Ayan. At step number 10, do at least one house clearing
Per
per
year.
year.
That maaari po.
Oo.
Pero kung kaya nyo dalawa, better.
But you don't need to wait for the house clearing anniversary
Yes.
to do it, ha? Hindi yung, halimbawa,
Ngayon.
February, nag-start ka, tapos next year, hindi.
Hindi.
Kasi actually, mas maganda nga if you do it periodically.
Pwede every 3 months, every 6 months, para mas
Oo.
konti po i-clear nyo.
Oo, and at the same time, discipline na yourself, no? Oo. You can do house clearing anytime you deem fit.
Yeah. Sana by this time po ready na kayo mag-house clearing dahil tunay po itong magpapaganda ng inyong bahay at inyong buhay.
O, tandaan nyo ito ha, kung hindi ka magdedesisyon, walang magiging aksyon. At dahil walang aksyon, patuloy ang iyong konsolusyon.
Yan po. Sana po, sa mga pinag-usapan po natin ngayon, marami kayong natutunan na tunay pong magpapaganda ng buhay niya. Next week po, napakaganda po ng topic natin. Tuturo naman namin sa inyo kung paano panatiliing maganda at maayos ang inyong bahay. Kasi ito, sinimulan nyo ayusin eh.
Oo, tama,
Pero pag
tama.
hindi nyo pinanatili ito, isang araw, pagising nyo, magulo na naman. May sistema po kami ituturo sa inyo na pag ginawa nyo, pwede po hindi na kayo mag-house clearing for life. Sir, bakit? Kasi ginagawa mo na yung tamang gawin araw-araw. So, hindi na matatambak yung mga bagay na dapat hindi matambak. Bakit? May maganda po kaming sistema i-share po sa inyo.
Oo, parang yung ginawa natin lang, itong 2 episodes na so, we taught you how to get out of it,
Yes.
no?
Parang how to get out of debt.
Oo, get out of the trash.
Ito naman, how to get out of debt and stay out of debt.
Oo, and stay out of the
Gulo.
jungle, di ba? So, hindi ka lang nag-get out of the jungle, but stay out of the jungle para mas maganda ang ating buhay. Napakaganda po talaga. Sana hindi lang natin to pinakinggan. Ang encouragement namin sa inyo, sana po gawin po ninyo. No? At kung kailangan nyo ng tulong, wag ho kayong mahiyang humingi ng tulong. Kasi napakasarap, no? Na ikaw na experience mo, then ituturo mo sa iba. Yun ang tunay
At
na tulong
na-encourage
ko.
nyo po ibang tao guminhawa
Yes.
ang buhay at ang bahay.
Yun ang tunay na tulong ko pasa mo.
Manalangin tayo. Ang mga nasa langit, maraming po salamat sa pagtuturo niyo po sa amin ng how to clear our house and eventually how to clear our life. Dalangin po namin na linisin niyo po ang aming bahay at linisin niyo po ang aming buhay sa mga bagay na what di po dapat nandun para gumanda lalo ang aming bahay at ang aming buhay.
Pagpalain niyo po lahat ng Pilipino at dalangin po namin na mai-apply namin ang aming mga natutunan. Pagpalain niyo po kami, lahat ito'y dalangin namin sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen and
And amen.
Laging tandaan ha, kung ano man ang naitulong ng programang ito, ipasa mo naman sa iba.
Imbitahin niyo po ang inyong mga kapamilya na tumutok sa programang ito sa susunod nating pagsasama.
At sama-sama nating pagandahin ang ating
At
buhay.
ng mga mahal natin sa buhay. Ako po ang inyong kapamilya, Vic Garcia.
Ako naman po si Evelyn Garcia, laging tandaan,
Sa tulong ko pa sa Mo Global, gaganda ang mundo.
Tulong ko, pasa mo, gaganda ang mundo.